This man had a football career that lasted over a decade. He partied with World Cup winners. Newspapers called him a goal scorer, a king even. Total number of competitive matches he verifiably played in his entire career? 0. This is the backstory of Carlos Kaiser, the greatest footballer to never play football. Carlos Henrique Raposo, born 1963 in southern Brazil. Although, fair warning, with this man, even the birthday is disputed. 2 different dates, 2 different cities. As a kid, he was genuinely good. Scouted by a Brazilian football club, Botafogo, around age 10. Moved to Flamengo's youth system. In 1970s Brazil, the land of Pelé, that's a golden ticket.
And then, the talent ran out. As a teenager, he was released. By then, he could barely control a ball. Now, most people at this point get a normal job. Carlos looked at football and had a different idea. He loved everything about the footballer's life. The fame, the parties, the girls, the free stuff, but not football. His own words, decades later. I didn't play. Literally, I didn't play. Because I didn't want to play. So how does a man stay employed as a professional footballer for over 10 years without playing football? You run a system. And Kaiser's system was beautiful. Step 1, the short contract. Kaiser only ever signed short trial deals. Low risk for the club, low scrutiny for him. Step 2, the fitness excuse. On arrival, I've been out of action. I just need a few weeks to get match fit. Clubs nodded. Weeks passed. Step 3, the injury. The moment real training started, ping, hamstring. This is the 1980s. No MRI scans. Sports medicine could not prove a muscle injury wasn't real. Teammates say he even arranged for a friend to kick him in training so there'd be a visible knock. And when one club dug deeper, a friendly dentist reportedly certified a mysterious focal infection. Step 4. And this is the masterpiece. The phone. In 1980s Brazil, a mobile phone was rarer. Kaiser carried one everywhere, loudly taking calls from European clubs, always conveniently within earshot of directors. A Fluminense fitness coach got curious, snuck up behind him, and discovered the phone was a toy. Step 5. The press. Kaiser befriended sports journalists, free club shirts, introductions to his famous friends, and they returned the favor with headlines. When he signed for Bangu, one paper declared, Bangu already has its king. Fame manufactured. Injuries unfalsifiable. Contracts renewing. Now for the most famous story in the Kaiser legend. Bangu, Rio de Janeiro. The club was run by Castor de Andrade, officially a businessman, unofficially one of the most feared mob bosses in Brazil. The story goes, Bangu are losing 2-0. The boss himself orders Kaiser to warm up and get on the pitch. Actual football. The one thing the system cannot survive. So Kaiser finds fans in the crowd insulting the team, climbs the fence, and starts a fight. Red card. Sent off before he ever came on. You cannot play football if you've been sent off. Genius. Afterwards, facing a furious mob boss, Kaiser explains the fans were calling the boss a thief, and since his own parents died young, this club president is like a father to him. He was defending the family's honor. The boss's response, as the legend tells it, a contract extension and a pay rise. And it doesn't stop there. He claimed 8 seasons as a star in France. The club's own directors have no memory of him, and his best friend says he never went, and that his proof photos were staged on a field in Rio with a borrowed shirt and a forged ID.
He claimed he won South America's biggest trophy with Argentina's Independiente in 1984. There was a player there with almost his exact name, a real one. Kaiser simply borrowed the highlight reel. He even got signed by a team in Texas, the El Paso Six Shooters, statistically one of the worst teams in recorded football history. They lost every game. They once lost 27-3. They were so desperate, they folded mid-season. Kaiser did not play a single minute for them either. In 2011, Brazilian TV finally exposed the whole thing. Career over, right? Reputation destroyed? The opposite. Brazil fell in love with him. The expose made him famous. A celebrated journalist wrote a whole book. A documentary premiered at one of the world's biggest film festivals. Legends of Brazilian football lined up on camera to tell Kaiser stories, grinning the entire time. Today, he lives in Rio, working, and I promise this is real, as a personal trainer, a fitness professional. The fake hamstring guy now gets paid to make sure your hamstrings are real. Carlos Kaiser conned football for a decade. Then he conned the people who exposed him. And somewhere in Rio right now, he's probably conning the story you just watched. That's the backstory. There's always a backstory. And I am the backstory guy.
For more such stories, subscribe to the Backstory Guy